Ladies and gentlemen, our next competitor was born and raised in Montreal, Quebec. Next Italian comic proudly presents Claudio Capri.
Somebody here, make some noise! Oh, it's so good to be here. Zoari, come stai oggi? Oh, yes. Okay, so let's get down right to it. So my parents were Italian immigrants, right? But my dad, he messed up on a lot of English words. So I remember years ago, I brought my ex-girlfriend over for dinner, right? And I introduced her to my parents. And I'm like, hey, ma, pa, this is my girlfriend Amy, but she's a vegetarian. Yeah, it gets worse. My mom, come essa non capisce sta parola, right? My dad turns to my mom and says, oh, she says she's a lesbian. I'm like, no. But hold on, it gets worse. I'm trying to talk to my dad. I'm like, no, pa, it's vegetarian. He goes, hey, yeah, no, it's a lesbian. You know? My dad turns to me after and says, hey, figlio, lesbian, vegetarian, the same as shit. She's still owing to the fucking sausage. I'm like, no. Jesus Christ. My dad gives me attitude sometimes, you know? Like, I remember years ago, I had to go see the eye doctor with him, you know? And he comes out, he's tutto arrabbiato, you know? And he goes, ma nice, tu doctor. He tells me to have the Cadillacs. He tells me to have a Cadillac. But he messes me up too. And I'm like, hold on, wait, pa, aspetta. Don't you mean the BMWs? Oh, Jesus Christ. Like my dad tells me I have a high-pitched, annoying voice. So I gave him a hearing aid. You know? Oh, man, but I swear to God. So here's the thing. So when I was younger, sono fumata l'erba. Yeah. So sono fumata sta l'erba. And here's the thing. So when you're doing this, okay, it's supposed to calm you down. I swear to God, whenever I do it, I think I'm communicating with dolphins. No, so I don't know why. So I'm smoking it in my basement with two of my best friends. And I'm smoking it. E penso essendo un rumore. I'm like, oh! So now I do the sound. I do the... And this is going back and forth. My dad, I swear to you, comes rushing down to the basement, turns to two of my friends and says, hey, which one of you is going to tell my son that he's communicating with a broken air conditioner? Oh, Jesus Christ. But you know what? I do want to talk a little bit about my mom now. I say, please, before I continue, anybody here knows what a canteen is, right? Oh, thank God. Oh, okay. No, because I did a show last week, and it was all with Italians. And like, what's a canteen? And I'm like, why are you here? No, it's okay. No, so I go down to the canteen, right? And I open it, and there's just that gigantic crucifix right in front of me. And I'm like, oh, ma, are we expecting a vampire to come over? We're like, what's with this crucifix? My mom is rushing down to the basement, and she says, I was expecting your ex-girlfriend to come over. It gets even worse. It gets even worse. She's coming down with a string of garlic, and she says, here, put this around your neck, yeah? I'm like, ma, it's not my neck that she was sucking. I'm still single. People who clap, they're like, yeah, I can see why this Italian guy is single, yeah? Oh, man. But, look, I do want to talk, a little bit about, look, I find kids today, they don't get hit like I used to, okay? Listen, like my nephew, he's 11 years old. I just turned 33. And that's a little bit unfair, you know? Like my nephew, he got a timeout. I got a timeout cold, you know? like he got grounded. I got grounded and pounded. Thank you. Thank you. Like, my sister took away my nephew's Wi-Fi. My dad took away my will to live. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. It's okay. I'm sweating up here. It's fine. It's Jeffy's like, hey, the light is really strong. I'm like, I feel like someone's gonna kill me, but it's okay. Oh man. But here's the thing, you know. So it's 9 months now that I'm dating. All right, yeah, it's 9 months. Hold it before you give me applause. I'm not dating an Italian. I feel a disappointment coming from this section right here. I said that, and she's like, non Italiano. I'm like, hey, cat. So listen. So my girlfriend, she's Argentinian. Okay. And yeah, thank you. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Thank you. Now, here's the thing. So her family is way more not messed up compared to my family, okay? Like, for example, her family, they have something called the etiquette, you know? She's gonna kill me when I say this joke. So, and my family doesn't. Like last week, right? For my birthday, we went to go visit her family, right? Now, her cousin, as I mentioned, has etiquette. She goes, hey, excuse me, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you, okay. I don't know why I'm Canadian. I have to say thank you, right? My Italian cousin, he gets up and goes to the bathroom and says, hey, talk louder, me, I can't hear you. I'm like, where's this guy coming from? Yeah. And here's the thing, like on her, like everyone on that side of the family, they all know what they're doing for jobs, right? Like one is a teacher, uno lavora per costruzione, you know, and one is an interior decorator. My side of the family, I asked my uncle the same question that I asked him when I was 8 years old. I got the same answer now. I'm like, hey, zio, ma che fa per lavoro tu? And he responds, hey, don't worry, me, I do things. I'm like, what kind of... So like I mentioned, like everyone in her family, everybody helps each other out. Everybody, everybody's there for each other. My side of the family, I swear to God, I don't even know who's important to sign my papers to renew my passport. Oh, man, Jesus Christ. But I do... Look, I do want to end on this because my cousin, he's the reason why I'm on the stage. He gives me material. I swear to God. Like, thank God he's not here tonight. Like my cousin, like last year we went to a wedding and we had this traditional thing, and my cousin thinks he's intelligent. Right? He brings us homemade red wine in a mason jar. All right. So he's bringing his homemade red wine in a mason jar, and as soon as he's pulling it out, I need, excuse me, sir, but is that alcohol? My cousin thinks he's a genius. He pulls it out and he goes, oh, look at that, Jesus did it again. Oh my gosh, oh no. We got banned from that church. I don't think we're allowed back there. But no, like my cousin Umolo, that's his name. I know, what a typical Italian awesome name. No, here's the thing. So then Umolo, he's like, he comes up to me and he goes, hey, Claudio, I want to start a fashion brand. I'm like, you want to start a fashion brand? I'm like, Umolo, you've been wearing the same sweatpants and the same broken shoes for the past 10 years. What fashion brand do you want to start? Yeah? Folks, hey, listen, you know what? That's been my time. My name has been Claudio Capri. I'm from Montreal. Thank you very much. Please bring back your host, Giuseppe the MC. Grazie, merci. You're going to enjoy the other acts.
Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause for Claudio Capri. Claudio was so dedicated to this show, he took a bus from Montreal. Give him a huge round of applause. Hopefully, if he does well in this show, we'll be able to fly him back. It's all based on what you guys do. Claudio, what are your thoughts on your performance and what's going on here today?
I'm happy that, you know what, y'all listened to me, y'all laughed at me. Thank you very much. It means a lot.
Claudio, I'm very happy that you're a part of this contest. And actually, I will tell you, Claudio and the other Montrealer that are here today, I said, look, I thought I was going to do the show in various cities, and I only had 2 applicants come from Montreal, and that's okay. I'm like, hey, listen, are you willing to come here? He says, absolutely. So let's give him a huge round of applause. It means a lot that he came out.
Out of everywhere I performed, this is the most awesome Italian crowd I've ever performed for.
He also knows that you guys are voting, so that's good. All right, let's hear from our judges.
Claudio, it's Lenny the Butcher again. Listen, your agita works for you on stage. I like your pacing back and forth. I don't know if you're doing it because you're nervous or just that's your style, because I've never seen you before, right? And you're complete opposite of the first comic, Marco. But it's okay because there's all different kinds of comics. Even the judges here, we're all different. Like I'm more like the first one. I'm a fast talker, you can tell, right? But I understand. I understand your family, the way you're talking, the way you were raised and everything, and I think you communicate yourself pretty well, and I think if you sometimes things that happen in your life, true things are the best things to talk about because you never forget them and they're not a lie. It's just your view of it. Good luck in the competition.
Okay, Claudio, it's Lu Siciliano Raggiato here. Listen, I've seen you perform before. This is your best performance. I got no criticism. I think you're ready for the big show, bud.
Claudio, this is Vince Tedesco. You're from Montreal, correct? Yes. 2 things I love about your city. 1, one of the funniest cities in Canada. 2, one of the most Italian cities in Canada. Probably the most Italian city in Canada, and it shows it. You show it. You killed that performance. Your likability was off the charts. You related very well with your personal stories. And your stage presence, I mean, you almost act like a bona fide stand-up. Your mannerisms were that of a stand-up comic, but more truly of an Italian stand-up comic. I have never seen you before, but I think I'd like to see you again. Not in this setting, though. Claudio, I think you're one of those guys who would possibly perform best at maybe a small little dingy club with 40 people, or maybe an arena with 7,000. I don't know.
Ouais, Claudio, c'est ton ami Guido de Montréal. Claudio, I've known you a long time. I'm very proud of you, man. You really did fantastic work tonight. Yeah, I could tell you've been hitting the clubs like crazy. I love when you said, my name has been Claudio. What is it now? What do you change? And then you said y'all, like you're from Alabama. What? You paint a really nice pic. You describe the premise perfectly. But you have enough de szkiaf. That's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, judges. Once again, a huge round of applause for Claudio Capri.